Shabbat Shalom. I'm Rabbi Noah Kitty from Congregation Eitz Chaim, and together with Chazan Jerry Berkowitz and cantorial soloist Harley Green, I welcome and thank you for joining us on this beautiful Shabbat evening. Your presence makes our delight in the holiday all the sweeter. Before we light our Shabbat candles this evening and officially bring in Shabbat, I invite you to spend a moment or two reflecting on the week that was. What were the highlights? What do you remember? What was something particularly pleasant, even a particularly pleasant surprise that happened to you this past week? Maybe it was a stranger, maybe it was a friend. Anyway, it caused your heart to open up and rejoice just a little more than you were expecting. Well, that's the feeling, that's the energy, that's the memory that I invite you to bring with you into Shabbat as we light our Shabbat candles. Thank you, Jerry. We continue our service with the Kiddush for Friday evening, a new cup, a new Kiddush cup. Thank you, Jerry. We begin singing our way into Shabbat with our Kabbalat Shabbat series of songs, beginning with Shalom Aleichem. May peace be upon you. Thank you, Harley. We continue our joyous celebration of Shabbat with Lechu Neranenah. Thank you, Jerry. We continue singing our way into Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Imagine going into the sunset, the beautiful, calming, orange sunset, together with your beloved. Lecha Dodi, let us welcome Shabbat. We continue our service with the Chetzi Kaddish, signaling the conclusion of the Kabbalat Shabbat portion of our service. We continue together with the Baruch Hu, the formal beginning of our evening service, an invitation to take a little stock, is everything where it's supposed to be? It's a little more formal. We rise to show our dedication and appreciation to our Creator. We continue together with a beautiful tune all about how God so loves our world. Thank you, Harley. We continue together with the Shema and V'ahavta, our watchword of our faith, and a sincere and pointed directive to love our Creator. Now, there's been a lot of speaking this past week at the Democratic National Convention. Voices on the left, right, and center of both parties, of all parties. Really, anyone who could get a word in print had a comment to make. And most of this, yes, was just a series of noise. But I invite you to sift as you may through all the words that were said. And is there something that you should listen to? Is there someone who would increase your wisdom if you listened to them? Is there a program, an event, a thought, a character that you might show additional love to? Is there any place in all of the words that you heard this week, a place for you to increase your love of it? So as we begin our Shema and V'ahavta, I invite you to sift through good words that will make you wiser and words of love that will make your heart expand. Thank you, Jerry. We continue together with the Mi Chamocha, joyously sung by the whole community of Israelites successfully crossing the Red Sea. May we have that kind of joy and exaltation when we cross the Red Sea of our own time. We continue together with the Hashkivenu, the so-called evening prayer. We are so sensitive to the fragility of our peace. We say this evening prayer with deep sincerity, that we have God's blessing and God's willingness, that we should go to bed in peace and rise up in peace the next morning. Thank you, Jerry. We continue together with the Amidah, the central prayer of our evening service, and an opportunity for us to spend a few moments alone, having a conversation with God. I'll remind you that the Torah portion this week is Shoftim, Judges. And one of the most significant phrases in the Hebrew Bible, Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof. Justice, justice you shall pursue, is also included in this portion. And so I invite you to think about, what does it mean to pursue justice? Did you ever consider yourself a pursuer of justice, a Rodef Tzedek? What would it be, and how might your world be impacted if you were a pursuer of justice? We continue with the Amidah. Thank you, Jerry. We continue together with Yemisha Berach, a blessing for healing for anyone challenged with any kind of illness, that they have a full and complete recovery. Misha Berach Avotenu v'Imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, Hu Yevarech et Acholim. The names on our healing list this week include Sydney Honig, Cy Robin, Rose Franco Grunerwetter, Jesse Fish, Daniel Eric Marcus, Kimberly Pierce, Julie Shaver, Vicky Dobkin, James Bazmechian, Susan Field, Sheila Nudis Cutler, A.C. Robertson, Ron Lampert, Jeffrey Friedman, Patrick Brennan, Doris Vagan. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion, for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen. We continue together with the Aleinu, the first of our concluding prayers of our service. Thank you, Jerry. We continue together with a prayer for our country. May we all pray for the peace in our country, for health and safety and peace. Thank you, Harley. Our service continues with the mourner's Kaddish. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. And I missed a line, so we're just going to stop there.